Hello guys, welcome today to my first ever YouTube video. Today I would like to introduce myself and kind of start the whole journey for myself. You know, I've never kind of done these activities, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like today would be the first good day to basically start it and basically build on to what I can hope to be like a little like hobby, I guess, because gotta make it big. So I'd like to probably do some stories, get a base on the channel. What's it be like? Got food here to talk. So I guess let's start. Now, like I want to continue, everybody's had this homeboy who has left the group to be with this girl. It's happened to me twice, you know what I'm saying? Happened to me twice, you know. It is what it is, Hope they're the best. And so basically how I wanted to start is I had this one homeboy, I can't share names, where I basically used to chill with him every day. I used to be at his house almost all the time, I used to just always hang out with him. And one day he decided to switch up on me for a homegirl, for his girl. And I wasn't really devastated, but it is what it is. I was friends with this dude since I was in 9th grade, fresh into moving into my new school. We used to chill every day, play basketball, play GTA, Roblox, hop on calls. Everybody used to be a group of us, all of us just chilling, just having the time of our lives, just laughing, The 9th grade, 10th grade year, 11th grade year, we were so cool. 10th grade year, I kind of like distanced myself from him, because I wanted to hang out with other people, but, that's enough. That's a different story. And basically, I used to chill with the dude almost all the time. And when we used to chill every day, one day, I guess I was 11th grade year, I had another friend who basically helped this dude hook it up with this girl I used to talk to. But I stopped talking to her because, I had to not talk to her anymore. I didn't, it wasn't really good for me. So he talked to her, he was chopping up with her, and I wasn't really mad about him hanging out with this girl. So I let him chop it up. They're having the time of their life. I see this relationship is beautiful because he used to be a very aggressive dude. But when he started hanging out with this girl, he started acting way calmer, chill, and relaxed. But, I was really happy. But all of a sudden, I'm starting realizing this relationship's kind of toxic. They yelling at each other. They are arguing all the time. But she keep bringing me up for some reason. I don't know why she kept bringing me up to this dude. So she kept bringing him up to this dude. I'm like, okay, this is crazy. It's the summer of 12th grade year, which is my last year before I graduated. And he invited me to his house and to hang out because he tried to hook me up with his girlfriend's homegirl. And I was like, you know what? I could hang out with my bro. I haven't hung out with this dude in mad long. So I'm hanging out with the dude. Had a bunch of fun during the mall and everything. It was really relaxing, chill. But then all of a sudden we get home to his house. I spent the night at his house. We were playing Roblox with his girl. I'm playing Roblox with him and his girl, and they playing Roblox, they laughing. I'm like, this is beautiful. This is real love, I want to be part of this. I want to be something like this. I want to be like, in a situation like this. So this is my bad, being cool as well. This is before I realized that this is toxic. I always do this girl's kind of weird and crazy because I just talked to her. She was kind of crazy, but this dude was yelling at his girl. They yelling, they fighting, arguing over stupid stuff. I basically brought up something stupid. I was talking to myself because the dude was listening. I was talking to myself, and then I brought up a stupid claim. And the dude was laughing, right? But then all of a sudden, she started getting mad. She started screaming at him. He threw his phone, hung up the phone with her. They were arguing. They called back. They're calling back and forth, back and forth. But mind you, it was like 10 p.m. when they started calling and we started playing Roblox. It was like 6 or like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. They're just arguing, just yelling, just blabbering. I'm like, bro, can this dude shut up? It got to the point where I had to make a morning prayer, which is morning prayer is like around like 3 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m. I'm praying it. I get back. He's still arguing, right? I'm in the bathroom because he told me to go in the bathroom while they're arguing. And they were just yelling, da 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 da, right? After this, I know I stepped out of line as a homeboy. And I grabbed the phone and I started talking to her. I was like, stop yelling at my homeboy, second and third. And that you're telling him to stop calling you, but you keep calling him back. So then I was like, you know what? They hung up the phone. They stopped talking. She stopped talking to the dude for like the whole day. And I'm talking to the dude, and you know, he's like, I'm giving him like feedback. I'm trying to give this guy good advice. Like, bro, you could do better, you know? You could find a better girl that treats you better, and you guys don't have to be arguing and not have to be a toxic relationship. And he was listening, I guess. And foreshadowing, after this is all over, I go home. It's like I'm sleeping because I was up to like 10 a.m. with this dude, talking to this dude, because they were arguing all day, you know? And he calls me, and he's like, oh, he basically, I guess he was talking to this girl, and I guess this girl basically cried or something. There's some crocodile tears and made him believe this and the third. And he got manipulated. So he basically was like, oh, stop talking to me, stop arguing with my girl, this and the third. Don't be like this. Just basically saying that I'm at fault and that his girl did nothing wrong. And I was like, you know what, bro? That is what it is. Then I called him back. I'm like, bro, why is this guy yelling at me, first of all? I called him back. I'm like, yo, why are you getting so aggressive with me? Because, mind you, your girl was yelling at you and arguing. You didn't do nothing. All this anger you should have for me, you should have for her. And I know for a fact it was anger at this girl. So then, I basically stopped chilling with the dude anymore, because I was like, bro, this dude is fake. And sent this guy a message. I was like, bro, you know, you could just chill with your girl. I don't want to be friends with you no more. You mad fake. That's the first story of my homeboy that basically ditched me, I guess. Alrighty, now it is time for basically this second story of how my other homeboy, he basically ditched the friend group. So I had another friend group, which was the one I'm chilling with right now. And, you know, this is my brother's kind of friend group, because I have a younger brother who basically I was friends with, because he's a grade below me. We used to be hanging out with each other all the time. So I started hanging out with him, you know, just chilling and relaxing. And this one dude I used to hang out all the time. It was just us. We used to hang out all the time during the summer. We've been friends for like 2-3 years. Just hanging out, laughing, having the time of our lives. This dude basically had this girl, right? So he basically had this girl, and they used to talk, right? They used to be really laughing, having the time of their lives, really good relationship. It was really good. But behind the scenes, she was kind of manipulative. No, he was kind of an overthinker. Okay, not a manipulator. She's not manipulative. We'll get to that part later. He was an overthinker. He used to overthink everything. Like, any little thing, like, he couldn't make a joke with this dude. Anytime he made a joke with him, he would just immediately get, like, just quiet and stop and start changing a little bit. So, we used to always make jokes with him, but we couldn't make jokes with him because he used to get mad about it. So, one day he's talking to this girl, and they laughing, having a ton of lives, and they're basically, beautiful relationship, just chilling, relaxing. I'm like, oh, this is a good relationship. I want to help this dude out with relationship, so I started helping him out. I was really cool. His girl, I was really good homegirls with. So we were really, I was always keep them in relationship, because I used to give them both feedback to like stay together, right? We used to be really good. This dude was always hanging out with her. He stopped calling us. He stopped talking to us. I'm like, oh, this dude's kind of dissing himself. We still see him all the time. So I'm like, oh, this guy's relaxing. He's kind of still in the friend group. We still playing Roblox and stuff like that. We were on calls and all this. And one day, I heard these news about his girl was doing behind his back. So I basically told him. And instead of him believing me, he basically like just got mad at me and just basically ditched me. And said, oh, I'm a liar, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, bro. Mind you, we've been friends for mad long. Him and his girl have been talking for like 4 months. Me and him have been friends for like 3 years. The dude just didn't believe me. He said I had no information. Other people came up to me and told me also that other people in the front group as well were saying that she was doing this activities behind his back. She basically considered her own self to her friends, but he couldn't believe nobody because I guess she's a saint. So, and we're all just liars, manipulators. So we basically just relaxed and chilling. And this dude was basically, we stopped hanging out with the dude because he basically was like, oh, I'm gonna stop hanging out with y'all. Basically just completely throw our friendship out the window. And basically was just, you know, forget y'all, it's my girl. And so one day we go to, I went to his mom's house, went to his house because I had to drop some clothes off. And I'm basically like, you know, talking with his mom because his mom really liked me as a friend. Like, she thought I was really good friends, and she was like, oh, why y'all ending your friendship over a girl? I was like, it's not me who ended the friendship, it was him. So we're talking, I'm seeing his point of view, I'm like, okay, right? I'm like, all right, my fault, bro. I won't talk to her ever again, and we can start friends. So I basically, even though we threw on the bus, he wasn't really talking to me as much. I'm like, okay. So then I was graduating. So I graduated, and I was hosting a grad party, right? For basically, not a grad party, more like a friend could come together, and basically some friends I had and come over. And I was like, you know, let me invite this dude because I've been hanging out with him a while. I basically told him ahead that I wasn't have a thing, because during the talk we were basically talking about, he's talking about, oh, how he didn't like us talking bad about his girl and this and that. I was like, bro, nobody's talking about your girl anymore. He was basically bringing up the fact that he kept saying that we're the problems and that he does nothing wrong, I guess, in a way. So that, I don't know, he basically made it so like it's everybody's fault. I would be alright if he was making it my fault, but he made it everybody know friend group's fault. And even though everybody in the friend group did not care, I don't know why he cared. So he, instead of bringing it up to everybody and talking to everybody, he decided to stay silent and just ditch everybody. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say sorry and let it go over, you know, and apologize. After a while, I told him about a grad party, about I'm having a grad party like after graduate. I texted him like 3 days before it was gonna happen, and when it was my grad party, he didn't show up. Didn't answer my message till the next day, where I texted him. I said, bro, we gotta talk, cause me and my homeboys on a group call at nighttime. It's like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. and we're talking, and this dude sees his story. Sees my homeboy sees the dude with the girl's story, and he's like, he's hanging out with his girl cooking. I'm like, bro, you could have literally hung out with your homeboy that's graduating. You know, it's like, okay, crazy, right? The dude basically like, you know, I texted the dude. I'm like, bro, I see how it is, bro. I see that you don't want to hang out no more, and you keep using excuses to keep distancing yourself from the group. Just basically just leave the group, bro. You don't have to be in the group. I'm basically telling him like, bro, we're not cool with this. Nobody's cool with you basically being hypocritical behind people's back. And he's like, oh, all right, bro, this, that, and the third. And you know, I'm like, you know what? I basically ended the friendship with him. So that's my stories, guys, and that's my first video. And you know, see ya.